Next, I am going to demonstrate how to upload the GSTR tool. For this, the user needs to click on the Services tab, then on the Return Dashboard tab, then select the financial year and the period for which the return is required to be filed. Thereafter, click on the Search button. The following window opens up. Click on the Prepare Online tab to upload the details for inward supplies received by the taxpayer. Now, this section shows the invoice details for inward supplies received by the taxpayer under various heads of GSTR2. Generally, in GSTR2, details in various heads like B2B, B2C, etc. Details will be auto-populated on the basis of inward supplies accepted, rejected or modified by the taxpayer in GSTR 2A. Thereafter, if the taxpayer wants to add some missing invoice details, that is those details which are either not uploaded by the supplier or purchases made from unregistered dealers, can be added in GSTR 2. Now let us discuss each of this one by one. First is the B2B invoice. This section shows the registered supplier details. Next, amended B2B invoices. This section shows the amendments to the details of the inward supplies received in earlier tax period. Import of goods or capital goods. This section helps you to add details of goods or capital goods received from overseas. Amended import of goods. This section helps you to edit the amended import of goods. Import of service. This section helps you to add details of import of services. Amended import of service. This section helps you to edit amended import of services. Credit or debit note. This section helps you to add credit or debit note details. Amended credit or debit note. This section helps you to edit the credit or debit note amendments. Next is the ISD credits received. This section shows you the summary of credit received from the input service distributor. Next is the nil rated. This section shows you the summary of supplies received from compounding or unregistered dealer and other exempt nil or non-GST supplies. Next is the TDS credit received. This section shows the summary of TDS credit received. TCS credit received. This section shows the summary of tax collected at source credit received. ITC received. This section helps you to add details of the input tax credit received. Tax liability under reverse charge. This section shows you summary of tax liability under reverse charge arising on account of time of supply without receipt of invoice. Amended tax liability under reverse charge. This section shows amendment in tax liability under reverse charge arising on account of time of supply without receipt of invoices. Next, tax paid under reverse charge. This section shows you summary of tax paid under reverse charge in the earlier tax periods on account of time of supply for which invoices are issued in the current period. Next, HSN or SAC summary of inward supplies. This section shows you the harmonized system of nomenclature HSN and services accounting code SAC summary of inward supplies. B2B invoices for unregistered supplier. This section shows the details of supplies received from unregistered supplier. Amendment of B2B invoice for unregistered supplier. This section helps you to make amendment in the details of supplies received from unregistered supplier. ITC reversal. This section shows you the summary of ITC reversal. Amended ITC reversal. This section helps you to make amendments in ITC reversal. Next, invoices not paid within 180 days. This section shows the details of invoices on which tax credit has been claimed but invoices are not paid within 180 days. Invoices paid after 180 days. This section shows the details of invoices which are paid after 180 days and therefore eligible for reclaim of tax credit. A user can click the respective section under which the details are required to be filled in. Let us assume I had purchased furniture for my office from a registered supplier and he did not mention the outward supplies for the same in his GSTR 1. Now I want to claim the credit on the furniture so purchased. Therefore, I will click on B2B invoice details. Then click on the add missing invoice details. Then I will enter the details of the supplier's GSTIN number. As soon as you add the GSTIN number of the supplier, his name will pop up automatically. Thereafter, enter the invoice number, invoice date, total invoice value and place of supply. When you enter the place of supply as Delhi, the supply type is automatically freezed as interstate. Therefore, I would be eligible to claim the tax credit of IGST paid to the supplier. Then scroll down. Now you have to enter the item details. Since I have purchased a furniture, therefore I will select the category as goods. Thereafter, I will enter the HSN code for furniture, its taxable value and IGST tax rate applicable on furniture. As soon as I enter the tax rate, the tax amount is automatically displayed. Select the eligibility for ITC as inputs or capital goods. Since furniture is a capital good for me and I will capitalize the same in my books of accounts, thus I have selected the eligibility as capital goods. Thereafter, write down the total tax available as ITC, IGST and ITC available this month. In my scenario, I have entered the amount as 6,000. Then click on the Add button. The following window opens up. You can click on the Add Item button to enter the item details of any other item purchased against this particular invoice. Else, click on the Save button. When the user clicks on the Save button, the following window opens up. Likewise, you can enter the details in various other heads. Then scroll down to the last page of the window. Click on the Declaration tab. Enter the name of the authorized signatory. Thereafter, click on File GSTR 2 with EVC. Enter the OTP as received on the mobile number of the authorized signatory and click on the Proceed button. Acknowledgement is received and GSTR 2 is filed. Now go back to the home page, click on the Service tab, then the Return tab. Thereafter, click on the Track Return Status to view the status of GSTR 2 filed. See, the status of GSTR 2 is coming as filed valid and the mode of filing is online. Now that you have filed GSTR 1 and GSTR 2,